All right, we are just about ready to go. We are on our way to Houston's Hobby Airport. That is a Class B airport in a very busy Class Bravo airspace. It's one of the few Bravo airspaces that has multiple Class B airports in it. So for Houston, they have IAH and HOU. So I'm going to HOU. I've got my flight plan figured out on my ForeFlight. So I'm going to send it to the panel here and activate that. And we have an IFR on file. One of the things that I've learned is going into Class Bravo airspace, it's way easier if you do it IFR, and I think it helps them as far as planning as well. So that's what we're going to do. We had stopped for fuel here in DeQuincy, Louisiana, and this is a great little find. It's a tiny airport, but they have a beautifully newly paved runway, a nice self-service fuel farm, and a clean, useful FBO. So definitely recommend this place. So even though we filed IFR, we're going to take off VFR from here and pick up our IFR in the air. So you'll see how that goes. Lake Charles approach, Cirrus 547, Tango Juliet.
547.
Yes, sir. Just off DeQuincy. I'd like to pick up IFR to Houston Hobby.
547 Tango Juliet, squawk 4530 and ident.
4530 ident.
547 Tango Juliet, radar contact 2 miles southwest of the DeQuincy Airport. Clear to the Houston Hobby Airport via direct Sabine Pass VOR, that's Sierra Bravo India. And then join Victor 70, Shoals VOR, Victor Uniform Hotel, then direct, climb maintain 6000.
Clear to Houston Hobby, Sabine, Sierra Bravo India, then Victor 70, then Victor Uniform Hotel, up to 6,000, and then direct destination.
7 Tango Juliet, readback is correct. Proceed direct Sabine Pass VOR.
Direct Sabine Pass now. 7 Tango Juliet. That's it. So we took off VFR, picked up IFR before we hit the clouds. And with ForeFlight, I used the recommended route, and sure enough, the recommended route got cleared. Now, the key to going into a busy Bravo airport is to make sure you review the diagram, review the NOTAMs, just make sure you are not surprised with anything. So the first thing we got to do is check out the NOTAMs. And the NOTAMs there tell me that runway 13 left and 31 right is closed. That's okay, there's plenty of other runways there, no problem. The other NOTAM is related to approach lighting on runway 4. And that's about it. Now let's review the airport diagram. So I'm going to signature, and you can see here, this is a big complicated airport with lots of taxiways. So it's important to know where you're going. So I'm going to signature, which looks like it's between Kilo and Charlie. So that gives me some situational awareness. That's where I'm going to want to go. And we'll see what runway they clear me to. And there's 45 items in the NOTAMs, which is insane. But they're basically all taxiways, lighting, and signage. And a couple of taxiways that are closed, which I'll make note of.
7 Tango Juliet, contact Houston approach 121.3. You have a safe flight.
121.3, 7 Tango Juliet. Houston approach, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, 6,000.
547 Tango Juliet, Houston approach, home on altimeter is 3020.
3020, 7 Tango Juliet. Next thing we're going to do is check the weather. It's overcast 1200, winds are 120 at 11. The winds are favoring runway 13 left and right, but the 13 left is closed, so I'm going to expect 13 right. 13 right is a 7,600 foot runway, and right now it says it's 52 minutes, so nothing to do here until we get a little closer, so I'm going to shut the cameras and save some battery, that way we can get the landing and all the ATC conversations on the way in.
547 Tango Juliet, turn left heading 230, vector for runway 4.
Left 230, 7 Tango Juliet. approach 7 Tango Juliet has X-ray and request vectors for the RNAV4.
November 7 Tango Juliet, roger, expect that.
Even though runway 13 is lined up perfectly for the wind, they're using 13 for departures and runway 4 for arrival. That means we'll have a crosswind, but it's not too bad. It's only 15 knots. Still an IMC, so nothing to see outside. We're going to go ahead and load up the approach here. So select approach, RNAV4, which is a nice LPV approach. We're getting vectors. We're going to put the minimums in. Let's go look it up on the chart here. Minimums are LPV 244. So we'll put in 244. We'll load it, but we are not activating anything. He's giving us vectors to final. So he's going to swing us around like that. And I'm briefing the approach procedure here. Most important thing is the missed approach is climb 2000 straight ahead to Racy.
Cirrus 7 Tango Juliet, fly heading 210.
210, 7 Tango Juliet.
Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, showing areas of light to moderate vegetation, starting at your 11 to 1 o'clock, starting at about 9 miles, and they are about 3 miles in diameter each.
Oh, I see him. Okay, right deviation 10 degrees would be good.
Okay, deviate to the right approved for Cirrus 4, yeah, 547 Tango Juliet, when you're able, fly heading 210.
Deviating right 10 degrees and 210 when able, 7 Tango Juliet. Only 3 miles in diameter, so I think I'm going through it. Here's what they're routing me through. Kind of clouds in every direction. Worse on the left than on the right.
Cirrus 7 Tango Juliet, when you're able, fly heading 250. Bar now.
250, 7 Tango Juliet. Houston approach, 7 Tango Juliet, request lower.
I don't remember 7 Tango Juliet, I have that for you shortly.
So we're bouncing around the clouds, but we're kind of heading in the right direction.
I don't remember 7 Tango Juliet, descend and maintain 3000.
Down to 3000, 7 Tango Juliet. Are going kind of fast, so I'm going to reduce the power as I do this descent, so we don't get too fast. We don't want to get too close to the yellow arc.
November 7 Tango Juliet, fly heading 270.
270, 7 Tango Juliet. That's a good thing.
Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, contact approach 133.05 today.
133.05, 7 Tango Juliet. Houston approach, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, descending out of 3,600.
547 Tango Juliet, Houston approach, maintain 3000, expect the RNAV runway 4.
Maintain 3000, expect RNAV 4, 7 Tango Juliet. Looks like I'm getting a pressure wash outside. Rain coming down so heavy.
7 Tango Juliet, turn righting 300.
300, 7 Tango Juliet.
7 Tango Juliet, turn right heading 020, 020, intercept the RNAV final approach course.
020, intercept final. Approach course for RNAV 4, 7 Tango Juliet.
7 Tango Juliet, you're about 2.5 miles from Elrin, maintain 2000 until you're established in the final approach course. Cleared RNAV runway 4 approach.
Cleared RNAV 4, maintain 2000 until established, 7 Tango Juliet.
Vertical track.
Canceling VNAV, we're going to do VS instead of VNAV. Step it down manually. 1500 at SA.
7 Tango Juliet, verify you're established now.
Confirmed, established. We're Just crossing LREN.
7 Tango Juliet, say again.
Just crossing LREN.
7 Tango Juliet, roger. And contact Hobby Tower, 118.7, it's to your discretion.
Hobby Tower, 118.7, 7 Tango Juliet. Hobby Tower, Cirrus 547 Tango Juliet, 2 miles from SA.
Southwest 6386, traffic 6 miles line over the crossing wind 10012, turn left heading 350, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Left turn 350, 13 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 6386.
Southwest 4300, Hobby Tower, traffic 6 mile line over the crossing runway 13 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 13 right, Southwest 4300.
November 547 Tango Juliet, Hobby Tower, runway 4, clear to land, wind 10013, traffic holding in position on the crossing.
Clear to land, runway 4, 7 Tango Juliet.
November 7 Tango Juliet, where are you parking?
Signature.
Thank you. Southwest 8507, contact Houston departure.
Switch departure today, Southwest 8507.
Southwest 4300, traffic 4.5 mile final of the crossing. Last reported base is 1200, wind 10013. Fly runway heading, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
I don't departure fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, 13 right, Southwest 4300.
All right, I have the runway in sight. We have a 20 knot crosswind. This day just gets harder and harder.